Alright guys, Outdoor Idiot here. If you've been following me, you know that yesterday we turned rabbit poop into catfish. So today we got to clean them up. And what wasn't on camera is I went and fooled around on the kayak after yesterday's catfishing adventure, and I got on some monster shell crackers. So I have 10 monster shell cracker in here along with 2 catfish to clean up. When I say monster shell cracker, guys, I mean it. I probably caught 50 to 100 of these. I kept 10 really good ones to eat. We love them. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to show you in real time how I clean these fish. So it may not be as instructional or as talkative as normal, but I just want to show you in real time what I can do. Hi guys, Outdoor Idiot here. Show you how I clean these catfish. I already took care of that blue, so I put a video out already, but show you how I clean this flathead. And what I didn't get on camera yesterday is after these catfish adventure, took the kayak out and got on some monster shell cracker. I caught a ton. So perfectly cleaned out, guys. Quick and easy. Bam. And we'll take the skin off, and after that we'll take the ribs off. So get your handle here. Catfish are very slippery, especially after icing them. You don't want to ice them for very long, guys. They get this slime on them, and so really 24 hours on ice without filleting them is tops. You know, you want to do it as quick as you can. So I'm just going to take off these ribs here, guys, and we get a beautiful little fillet out of this flathead. Perfect eating, perfect little catfish pile there. Throw the ribs in there. Same thing on this other one. Take off that skin. Sharp knife helps. It doesn't have to be the world's most expensive knife. This is probably the world's cheapest knife. This is a $2 knife at Walmart. So I'm slipping here, so I'm having trouble grabbing it, but grab hold. It comes right off, guys. Look at that. Ooh. I'll throw that in the pile. I guess we could start throwing that in there. And then these ribs here, guys, are just going to come right underneath them. And these flatheads are sort of shaped a little different from the rest of the fish. So now, guys, I'll show you how to clean some of these shell crackers or big bluegill. These are red ear sunfish is the technical name, but down here in the south we call them shell crackers. So I like to grab inside their gill just to give me something to hold on to. And you come under this gill right up to the head, as much meat as you can in that head. Now these little fish, it's super easy to cut right through that backbone. So you really have to feel it, and then you're breaking the ribs cage here, guys. See that? I broke right through those ribs. You can get away with it, little fish. So I'll show you that in a second. Again, I like to get some sort of grip. Each side is a little different, and one side is easier than the other for you, depending on if you're left or right-handed. One side is usually your good side. But bam. And we'll do several of those, and I'll show you how I take off the skin on these basically the same way, but I just kind of get a little line going. I like to do all one thing at once, get them piled up, do the next step. Again, guys, just try to get a little grip. If you have a cutting board with one of those handles on it, or it clamps, you can put it in that and you're in the money. You guys, just break those ribs. It may feel like it's hard, just break right through them, and we'll come back and clean them up. So look, perfectly, that thing is translucent. Now, well, actually, I need to take those out. We are going catfishing, guys, so we're gonna save all these heads. Bait is hard to come by in today's times, and I couldn't even come across the bluegills down at the dam, so we're gonna save these because we don't want to waste. We don't waste here on the Outdoor Idiot. So we're gonna save these heads, bag them up, take them for catfishing in the morning. See if we can come across another big blue. So we'll keep those eater size ones, anything around 10 or under, 10, 11, 12 or under are good eaters. Too small we'll throw back, anything a pound or under is too small, but those real big ones, guys, we throw them back. It's best to. I've eaten them several times, but best to let them swim. I've had a couple instances where we're out of meat and we needed to keep a big one, so that's what we did. And look at that, guys. Just, you could see the other side of my hand. I'm not joking. I said it's translucent. Boom. Save the heads. Just keep firing them away. See if we can show you this in real time, how easy it is to take care of 10 shell crackers. Woo, don't drop them on the ground. I'm gonna rinse it off anyway. Outdoor idiot, get lucky, skin side down. Now if that was a piece of toast, I wouldn't be so lucky, huh? And on the jelly. Guys, it's that simple. Translucent fish. You can literally see my hand and my fingers on the other side. It's weird, I'm not used to taking the heads off like this, so I just throw it in the bucket. I might miss a couple. We'll try to save as much bait as we can though, guys. It is tough pickings right there for bait, especially big bluegill like this, big shell crackers. Hard to come by. There's big old heads on them. We're just gonna go tomorrow on the kayak and soak a bunch. See if we can't get lucky. Alright, see what I did there, guys? I broke the top part away from the head. So now it just makes it a little trickier, but it's not impossible. I find it easier if you turn it upside down and just sort of guide yourself right here. Get back in line, push it down, don't cut yourself. Just following that backbone, and this is just allowing me to get right in line with it. So if you mess up, guys, it's alright. You just have to learn how to fix it, just like the others. Perfect. It's still just as translucent as the others. A little easier to save the head. There's some eggs in that girl. I love eating these. We're gonna actually save those. I might show you guys how to cook those right there. They may not look like much now, but I promise you, oh my gosh, they're good. Have your mama smacking your grandma, they're so good. Look at it, we're getting all kinds of bonuses, guys. I didn't notice the eggs. Big old fat girls here. Do that as a little appetizer. I'll show you all that quick and easy recipe. Eat that with some crackers. You can eat it plain, but it's good. Simple too, butter, garlic. You're in the money. In the money, guys. Save those eggs. Do not waste them. I'm telling you. The only fish you don't want to eat the eggs is gar. Everything else is fair game. And those trout eggs, they're really big and orange. They're delicious. And each egg has a little different flavor. Again, guys, little skinny fillets. Clean up my mess here so I can better grip. Big old fat one. Yeah, check that out. Outdoor idiot slaying some bluegill. Shell crackers, they're red ear sunfish, guys. It's the technical name. So we've got some good eggs too. Slowing them down, getting all these eggs, but that's life. The little ones slow you down in life. You don't have to save them all. It's probably enough for us to eat. You want to eat them fresh, so not really worth saving, you know, a bag of them, because if you're not going to eat them fresh, then they're not going to be any good. So that day or the next day, I guess would be some good bait, but I don't like too much hanging off in the bait. A couple more here, guys. We're firing them off. I'll show you how to. So I'm trying to do this in real time. I'm telling you, when I'm out here by myself, I'm just in the zone, not talking. Well, a lot of times I talk to myself, but I get to doing these quick, especially when there's no eggs in them. And I don't have to save the heads like this. This is just an added step for me cutting these heads off, but it's going to save me a lot of time in the morning. I don't have to get bait. I already got it. 10 big old heads, so I'll take some catfish poles. We'll take a bluegill pole, so if we run out, try to come across some more. I usually come across these in big schools too, and that's probably exactly what happened to me here. I caught across a big one. They were running together in a big pack. All the big boys and girls there at the pool club. So we probably caught 50 to 100 of them. I kept 10, you know. Outdoor idiot does not take more than he needs. We eat a lot of fish, so I keep a lot of fish. So if you're wondering why I'm keeping so many and you're thinking I'm being a hypocrite, it's because we eat a lot, but I don't take more than I eat. And I love to be able to give it away too when I have extras. That makes me happy. Sort of selfishly makes me feel good, so I love giving it away. I love being able to provide for my family and friends fresh meat, guys. And each passing year, I get better at what I do. The meat gets better, the recipes get better, so it's just, it only go up, you know. We used to eat some rough recipes back in the day when we were first getting into this lifestyle, and now it's, we whip up some really delicious stuff. So I'm hoping to show you guys some of that. Alright, there's a mess right here. I'm gonna do a little quick and easy maintenance. A little blood maintenance. Might spare you that part, but again, I'm trying to do it live. I'm just gonna do this and have a clean cutting board. Look at that. Ingenuity right there. There you go. So I have 2 buckets with ice in them. We'll go inside and rinse these off heavily, but 2 buckets. One's going to be catfish, one's going to be the shell crackers. Although I can look at them right away when they're in there. And no, ribs, meat. So that little bitty fillet, guys, that one side of one fish gives us a nice big fat fillet. More than some people get off crappie. Keep running through here. Try to get as small of a handle on these as you can, because you don't want to waste too much meat. So when you're cutting on that tail, I should have done one the other way to show you guys another trick on how to do it in one piece, but I seem to be a little more consistent at doing it this way. Maybe next time. This is just how I like doing it, guys. I try to learn all sorts of ways so I can sort of put my own spin on it. And you learn what you're comfortable with. So I use a $2 knife. That's what I'm comfortable with. That's what I like. Yeah, I'm not very good at sharpening knives, and these do a lot of fish for me. I think this has been the same knife in all my videos now. Use the little one in the gar, a little $2 Infuso. Just go through it, and this is the same for any type of these fish that are small, like this white bass, crappie, all those yellow bass. The largemouth, usually when they get keeper size, their ribs are a little too big to just bust through like that, so you gotta kind of go over top of them like you would do in a bigger catfish. But yeah, man, it's perfectly cleaned out skin. Sometimes I've got to going so fast I throw the fillet in there and throw the guts in the fillet bucket. Do a little switcheroo on them. I'm gonna keep hammering at it, guys. This is why I like doing one step at a time instead of opposed to doing each step. I feel like I can do it faster when I can just go through and just take the skin off 20 different fillets, you know. My hands are slippery. I need some gloves or a towel, but we're gonna adapt. Make do. Skin it out perfectly, guys. Down here. And this is how you would do most fish. Like I said, this is just a quick and easy method. If you got a lot of fish to do, this is the way you're going to want to do it. And you can really do this with as small as you want, but I mean, them little ones get a tiny little nugget, so it's not really worth it to keep them really little ones unless you're eating them whole, which is also a very delicious way to do them, but a lot of people don't like picking through the bones. Trying to just knock them out here, guys. We're hungry, we want to eat. We're the king of late dinners around here, it seems like. Oh, God. That's why I feel like a lot of cleaning videos, they kind of do some movie magic on you, show you a little of this, and then it cuts to the next thing. You don't really see what actually happened. So I'm trying to do mine as real time as possible. I know some of this may just be repetition, but like I said, I want you guys to see how fast I'm doing these in real time. And I'm sure it's extremely slow to somebody that's proficient with a fillet knife. And they're probably laughing at me for using these $2 Walmart knives, but I've been using these for years. This is what I use in my kitchen. This is what I'm comfortable with. You give me a $2 Walmart fillet knife and a cast iron skillet, I can throw down. That's what I'm doing here, guys, is taking off the ribs, and just under the ribs you can see is a little piece of meat, so it's good to come up and not waste that. It adds up, and it's just so simple to not cut right through it. Rinse these eggs really good. Alright, now that's a little trickier when you do that. On these ones you can cut in the middle, but they're too small to really, so you kind of have to cut upwards into that fillet, above the skin, then back down on the skin. Then you can get your handle. Come in here and get your handle. But yeah, when you cut the tail end off that, it gets a little tricky. I'll show you guys one that I'm screwing up here. It's a smaller one. Making it do though. Probably a little skin left on it. Actually, I got it all. There's a little bit of that silver on there, but that's about right in these fish. Have I been throwing them all in the catfish? Because it looks like there's a big pile in the catfish. Guys, I was a wrestler, not a basketball player, so I don't know how to shoot something in a bucket. They're all on buckets of ice. Sort of funny, I brought 2 buckets out here to organize them, and I've been just throwing them all in the catfish bucket. Didn't realize it either until now. Alright, almost done here. This one, one more. Knocking them out. These are so good. Fried, I really like them in shrimp and grits. So we don't do much to them, just some light seasoning, and then we cook them with the vegetables and the love and goodness, and they just fall apart so amazing in that recipe. And blackened is another amazing recipe for this. I like a little thicker piece for my blackened, so the big crappie is what I like to do with those. Yeah, these, like I said, these for us, these will probably be fried or fish and grits. And that's gonna be awesome. So stay tuned, and I'll show you how to cook this. Thank you for watching, guys. I did promise you something. I'll probably get a little skin today from that blue cat. Really, I'm about to get her today. There we go. There you go, sweetheart. I'll make you sit today. Take nice. Take nice. She wanted to just eat him like a caveman. Sin. Belle around here? Beagle pup, you want some fish? She doesn't like it like Bailey does. Bailey was a wilderness dog. I don't know what all we got we can give you in here, Bailey. Lay down. Lay down. Can you lay down for me? Lay down. Bailey, sit. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Good girl. She does it for food.